When you first meet Dave, just to be, one, graciously received, to be made to feel very comfortable in his presence, and generally, pretty soon he'd know more about you than you probably wanted to tell him.
Dave's one of those guys that you just want to be friends with. He's so genuine, he's so down to earth.
He truly is a man who walks his talk, a real inspiration as a corporate leader that is socially responsible.
He's a mover and a shaker, and is very personable. And he's done a lot for our people in the sense that we have a role model. He's very successful.
Dave's come from very humble beginnings and up in the Fort Chip area. Came to McMurray as a worker like anybody else, put in a hard day's work, got noticed as a solid worker.
Well, I've known Dave for over 20 years. I mean, both of us at the time when we first met were both pretty new in the business, but you could tell even then that Dave was going places. He had a gleam in his eye and he knew exactly what he wanted.
Dave is really at the vanguard of Indigenous leadership.
He was one of the first First Nation businessmen in the oil sands region that's become successful. He's done a lot for the Aboriginal people across the country, and with respect to his ability to move things and being a role model.
He's strong in his identity, and yet he's not afraid of going beyond the stereotype, challenging the myths, setting his sights on goals, and delivering.
Dave has a very clear vision of how things have to work if your business is going to thrive in the Aboriginal community. Cultural values, the heritage and everything is still rock solid. It's just let your businesses do their work. Focus on employing people, training people, and developing skills, and that can only help the politics in the end.
The mark of a good leader, which Dave has, is the ability to listen and to make sure that all voices are heard around the table.
He's not the one that dictates to people, or he's very, very good with people. And he says what's on his mind, mind you, but you know, he does it very, very, very carefully.
He's big on the team initiative. He's obviously very much out in the forefront, but he's the first guy to acknowledge that it is a team and that there's people in the team that need to step up at various times and provide the leadership.
When you're in a meeting with Dave, you feel as though you've been part of the meeting from beginning to end, and you own the decision right along with him.
People look at Dave and they say, you know, that's the kind of person that I would like to be. I'd like to follow in Dave's footsteps.
He's a great role model for young people. He's a great role model for up-and-coming entrepreneurs. And, you know, he's a great model that says that you can be successful and still be a wonderful person.
I've seen Dave always make himself available to be a coach, a mentor, to talk to leadership, whether they're political leaders, or business leaders, or young people really just starting out. He's always there to encourage.
In terms of what he's done for the First Nation people in this country, he's a force, and he's a role model, and he's an inspiration. And we all need to look and see this man for what he has done and accomplished, and recognize it. And I'm proud to be his friend.
Congratulations, Dave. Your recognition as the 2012 Resource Person of the Year by the Alberta Chamber of Resources is a wonderful achievement.
You're just a tribute to everybody that's there in northeastern Alberta that's worked so hard for so many years. Great job. You really deserve this award.
I thank you for the assistance you've provided, the guidance, and look forward to your continued leadership in the mining business and celebrating more birthdays together in the future.
I congratulate you, and I know it's well deserved. And I look forward to having a party with you and celebrating this down the road sometimes.
Congratulations, Dave. You are a magnificent leader, an inspiring role model to not only Indigenous youth, but all Canadians. This honor is well deserved.